Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of Ukraine versus Scotland in the Nations League. It's do or die in the Nations League. Scotland lose, they will finish second, Ukraine will go through. If Scotland win or get a point, Scotland will go through. Scotland lose, they will finish second, Ukraine will go through. If Scotland wins, starting with Flower of Scotland. National anthem time, folks. Flower of Scotland, when will we see your eyes again? For a die for and see a nation again and stand against it. Brian was army and sing his whole world to think again. The days are past now, and in the past they must remain. Oh Jesus, arise now, and lead our nation again and stand against it. From Edward's army, and seen his whole world to think again. Let's go, Scotland!
Travelling in their numbers to support their team. Women and children who have been displaced from their homes due to the invasion of Ukraine and finding a new home.
Let's go!
Poland, there's so many Ukrainians.
If I'm gonna give you guys the lineup, this is your lineup for Scotland today to play Ukraine. And here is your lineup for Ukraine to play Scotland today.
Completing the three-pronged attack is Andrei Yarmolenko, who wins his 112th cap. Everton's Vitaly Mikolenko is back.
So guys, put a question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
The mix of the two teams that have turned out so far for Ukraine. Referees from Greece, along with his officials. Andrei Yarmolenko and John McGinn, the two captains.
Go on, Scotland!
Well, 2 wins out of 2, but they have come at a cost.
Everywhere we
That
go.
have led to a bit of a defensive injury crisis. Add to that a suspension and a bout of a sickness bug. And it's a very different starting 11 to last Wednesday night at Hampden against the same opposition. There are 6 changes to the team that defeated Ukraine, with Kenny McLean, Ryan Fraser and Ryan Jack coming in. Aaron Hickey and Greg Taylor keep their places from Saturday, while there's a debut for Hibernian centre-back Ryan Porteous. Amongst the substitutes, Heart of Midlothian duo Stephen Kingsley and Barry Mackay, who were recently called up to cover for those injuries, joining Josh Doig and Declan Gallagher, who came in after the injuries picked up last
Come on,
week.
Scotland!
Everything gears towards qualification for the European Championships in 2024. Nations League finale.
The game is underway. Ukraine versus Scotland. Whoever wins this game, folks, will go through to the next round of the Nations League. The other will be going, well, basically won't be it'll be over for him.
Kickoff has only experienced 2 defeats in his time as manager, coming in Cardiff and Glasgow just 6 nights ago. And down goes Ryan Fraser up against Vitaly Mikolenko, Everton fullback, and an early free kick for Scotland and a chance to test out this Ukrainian side from a set play, which of course led to those 2 late goals for Lyndon Dykes, who came off the bench.
Exactly what Ukrainian manager Alexander Petkov would not have been wanting as a set piece so early.
Guys, keep your questions to come in. Come on, Scotland!
It's comfortably cleared, and Aaron Hickey making that all the way back to Craig Gordon. Scotland goalkeeper moves to 6th on the all-time list. Scotland international appearances, ahead of Tom Boyd, Steve Clark, who takes charge of his 40th game for the national team. He's got a win rate of better than 50%. Here's John McGinn.
Go on!
Back to Shea Adams.
Oh!
It's tipped just wide. What an
Scotland
early
nearly
chance.
score within 90 seconds, folks.
Andre Lunin had to react quickly.
Well, you can see the pressure that the Scots are putting on Ukraine early on. It ends up being a wonderful save from the goalkeeper. It takes a nick off the defender. Andre Lunin had to come up with a save.
Oh, I thought Scotland would have scored, folks.
Approach the game. There's a clue straight away. Pressing right up on top of the Ukrainians, not giving them a moment's peace. Almost paid off big time.
Ryan Fraser delivers the corner kick.
Oh, come on, Scotland.
Of course, it was Fraser's corners which provided the assist for those 2 Dykes headers.
You see just in the bottom corner there, the pictures, Alexander Petkov keen to try and get the ball back quickly and get into play. I think he'll be trying to emphasise to his side that he's wanting them to try and dictate the tempo of the game, not allow Scotland to get a foothold.
So guys, keep your questions coming. Scotland 0, Ukraine 0 in the Nations League, folks.
This as a inverted commas home game to Krakow from Łódź, where they played their other 2 against Armenia and Republic of Ireland. Here's Artem Dovbyk, and now Ryan Porteous, his first touch in international football, and clears to safety.
So guys, put your question in the chat. Vote who you think is going to win, Scotland or Ukraine, folks.
He's a player who's definitely got all the technical ability needed to be a successful centre-half. The obvious question.
So guys, put your questions in the chat. I'm happy to answer any questions you guys put in front of me.
Concentration. The biggest thing.
Let me know if you are supporting Ukraine or if you are supporting Scotland, folks.
Performance tonight.
He won't get many bigger tests than this, and he is up against a quality striker in Artem Dobbik.
I'm nervous, folks, because it's not going to be an easy game, but we're just going to keep riding out the storm, riding it out, and keep going as much as we can.
Said that Scotland would be lining up the back four of Hickey, Hendry, Porteous and Taylor. I'm not sure many would have believed you. It's been a rather disruptive,
Oh, referee, that's never a foul.
productive week so far.
That sums it up pretty well.
So I never thought there was a foul in a million years. But somehow the referee thought there was a foul. I don't see where he's seen a foul from in that instance. But Scotland are giving it the best of their ability and the best goal they can possible.
20-year-old centre back. Plays with Dynamo Kiev.
Come on, Scotland.
Timchik. Newman, I got that very important early save. I'm sure Adams must be
5 minutes played, folks. Ukraine 0, Scotland
sure
0.
from a foot to the crossbar of the Ukraine goal. Had some great chances last week. It played a big part in a successful night. Malinovsky driving forward. Stepanenko out wide to Yarmolenko. Vastly experienced former West Ham United player, who's now out in the United Arab Emirates with Al Ain.
Come on, Scotland.
Hickey going shoulder to shoulder with Mikolenko. He does really well. The
Well done, ref.
Brentford fullback fouled in the end.
Really good defending there from Aaron Hickey. You saw it when he came on last week against Ukraine. He handled the attacking threat of Mudryk perfectly. Those runs in particular, very much like what Mikolenko was doing there, trying to get on the inside channel. He reads the danger really well. Obviously this occasion it's the left back rather than the attacking threat of Mikola Mudryk in front of him. And then he's got the composure not to panic once he's on the ball, and he wins Scotland a free kick.
Guys, keep your questions to coming. Scotland 0, Ukraine 0.
To Dobbik, Yarmolenko got there ahead of Taylor. Then for Kenny McLean and Callum McGregor.
And the likes of Callum McGregor in the centre of the park are going to be hugely important for Scotland. You know, obviously the number of changes that we've already spoken about, but when you look at that centre of the park, it's still very strong. And Callum McGregor is a massive player for Scotland. He's a huge influence, a calming figure. We're going to need all of that here tonight.
Dobbik
Come on, Scotland. Do not let Ukraine get in the game.
to the central attacker, looks for Mudryk again. He is absolutely rapid, gets his cross in.
Oh my God!
Blazed over the top.
How has he missed that? And Scotland should be 1-0 down.
Without a doubt. They passed up a glorious
Scotland should be 1-0 down, folks.
Blistering pace.
Scotland should be 1-0 down.
Such a threat. Aaron Hickey couldn't really do much. It's a wonderful pick out from Mudryk. And probably the one player that the Ukrainians would be looking for it to land it was Yarmolenko on his left foot, free at the back post. And he blazes it over the crossbar. Scotland have got away with one there. Greg Taylor had to come in so tight because the defence were getting...
Scotland nearly went 1-0 down, folks.
Taylor had to
Shocking, that is. Very shocking.
with Dobbik.
It's just at the moment, Scotland are not playing as well as I thought they would be today.
gives it away. Dobbik, now Yarmolenko, who scored from some wonderful goals in his 45 strikes for his country. And that one should have been a rather straightforward finish by his standards. Matvienko. Savarny. forward. Yarmolenko away from McGregor, trying to release Dovbyk. He's got a physical presence, but he's very quick as well.
It's just two
Come
good
on,
moves there for
Scotland.
Porteous as well. He's aggressive, wins the header, and then he reads the pass from Yarmolenko as well. The one thing you'd say about Ryan Porteous is that he has very good composure. He's not somebody that you instinctively think makes rash mistakes.
He's offside, ref!
Have that in his game though, Rory.
That space in behind Ryan Porteous on that occasion, the flag goes up late. And that's Alexander Tymchuk who has gone too early. It does just create those delayed flags. They do create a bit of concern. You're often fairly certain that it is offside, but
Come on, Scotland!
No, still an element of panic. Saw it at the weekend, obviously, at Hampden against Ireland, and Troy Parrott went through and managed to cut open the defence, did very well, and he smashed it into the back of the net and went on for a good few seconds where you're thinking, yeah, he was offside, but it takes such a long time for the flag to come. You do panic a little bit.
Ukraine are playing very well, folks, but it's just that Scotland have just not got going.
For Fraser and Hickey now.
It was really good play from Scotland again. You know, and you see the abilities, the team really well structured as a unit, pressing up there, so that when the ball goes into Mudryk, he's facing his own goal. He's got no other option than to try to go back, and eventually it's a loose pass, and we capitalise on it.
McGregor was looking for his clubmate and Greg Taylor. Path just cut off. Hendry McGinn just pops it off nicely for Ryan Jack. Good to see him back in a Scotland shirt. Ryan Jack's only start since November 2020 for Scotland.
Oh, come on, Scotland!
This is a third appearance in 22 international games for the Rangers midfielder.
This is a good phase of play for Scotland. You know, good composure, not getting panicked, keeping the ball, trying to work the angle. And this is what the Scotland side are capable of.
I think he's been caught though by Mudryk.
Come on, Scotland, you're better than this!
Dovbyk. His intentions were well read by Porteous. Yarmolenko, movement coming from Dovbyk. And Scotland got enough jerseys around him. Callum McGregor intercepted it.
This is so far, folks. Scotland have not got out of first gear.
We're just keen to look at how Porteous in particular, a youngster who's making his debut, how he's settling in, and on the whole so far it's looked not bad. You can see this chance again, Mudryk, that pace, and you can see just that front post there, Greg Taylor has to come across, and it creates all that space around the back for Yarmolenko. And expecting the net to bulge when he comes in. Unfortunately, he puts it over the crossbar.
There were very few moments at Hampden last Wednesday night where they had Craig Gordon and the Scotland back four worried. Ukraine did slightly edge the possession, but when it came to attempts, Scotland had them 23 versus 3. As they peppered the goal, particularly in that second half before the goals came in the final 20 minutes.
Come on!
Matvienko. Lunin. The rotation amongst the goalkeepers continues, although it was Andrei Lunin who started the game in Armenia the other night.
That's really good play from Aaron Hickey again. It shows you the strength of the Brentford fullback. Now he's He's somebody that has grown in stature. For somebody that's still, relatively young, he's got really good defensive instincts, great composure on the ball, comfortable with both feet. He's an all-round footballer, and his career is blossoming really nicely.
Well, it takes a maturity as well to go away to a foreign country, as he did to Italy, now in England with Brentford after that big money move over the summer. He's 20 years of age. Fraser. That's the free kick. He was in a bit of a troublesome situation there.
It's fortunate there.
Come on, Scotland, get your ass into gear.
He was going to get dispossessed by Mikalenko.
Scotland, folks, have not got started. Not got started.
Just caught him on the shin there.
His 50th cap at Hampden, and again his a few days later against the Republic of Ireland. Here's Jack.
It's good play, side to side, stretched the game really well.
Hickey. Jack gives it back. Mikalenko.
Free kick, well done, ref.
Hickey.
There's good play from Scotland. It all comes, from the back line to begin with. It goes out to the left-hand side. Mudryk picking up the yellow card. And it was a simple ball down the line from Greg Taylor. A good run from Che Adams, stretching the opponent. Worked it back out the other side again. A good bit of composed play from Scotland. And now, worked into an area here where quite clearly it is the foul. Mudryk catches Aaron Hickey on the top of the boot. And very much like the opportunity we had.
Hello, Callum, how are you doing?
First free kick, we've got another one here.
Ukraine picked up 5 yellow cards last week against Scotland. First name in the book is Mikhailo Mudryk. His intentions to float it.
Hi Callum, how you doing, pal? Hopefully everyone is enjoying the stream. Like, comment, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
The first one was short, cut out.
Scotland 0, Ukraine 0, folks.
Back to nobody. When you think about the opportunities that he created for Che Adams against Ukraine, there was 2 in quick succession, wonderful balls in from John McGinn that had the strike.
Come on.
In great positions. One obviously hit the crossbar, another one was a great save. Goalkeeper's big.
Guys, put your question in the chat, like, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. I may hope for Scotland to win from Glasgow, from Scotland, Glasgow. Hello, David, how are you?
Certainly in the thick of the battle is Aaron Hickey at the moment.
18 minutes played, 0-0.
Great play from Hickey. Good, positive play.
I'm going to do another poll for you. And I will end the this poll. Who do you guys think is going to win? 73% for Scotland, 26%. 26% for Ukraine. The vote ended with 19 votes.
Scotland's interest. Hendry makes the clearance tricky. Keep the pressure up.
Sorry, I was just going to say that was a much better delivery from John McGinn. Putting the defence.
Guys, keep your questions coming. Ask me anything. I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys want to put in front of me.
Able to get a big enough punch to clear it.
Hickey's cross. Chance perhaps for Adams. Jack is in there. McGregor now trying to win it back, but a foul from Callum McGregor.
Come on, Scotland.
Cal McGregor's not complaining too much, but I thought it was a bit of a soft one. I didn't see too much wrong there from McGregor.
So guys, go and vote in the chat. Who do you support? Ukraine or Scotland?
By Zabani, but well read by Aaron Hickey.
And let me know in the chat, folks, where you're watching from here in the world. The stream from. Come on, Scotland.
Comes Jack Hendry. Hickey again. And John again just goes down clutching the left foot. Three wins in a row for Scotland after that stutter in the summer.
Thank you, David. Saying Scotland.
Over the top, Dobbik I think knows that he's offside here, so he's going to go for something spectacular.
It's the ludicrous position where Dobbik's just thinking, hurry up until the whistle, I know I'm offside. And you see quite clearly offside as the ball gets played through. I think it's Ruslan Malinovsky that plays that pass. He's looking at the linesman. Took me out of misery.
You might as well get some shooting practice while you're there. It wasn't a very good effort, but saves the energy.
Come on. So put your question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Get conversations going so we have something to talk about while watching the game, while watching Scotland versus Ukraine.
It's not the worst idea from Jack Hendry, but you can see as soon as he struck it.
And if you guys enjoy the stream, don't forget to hit the thumb button, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new. We are on 2.3k. I would love to get it even more higher, folks.
They can get the ball into the right area, allows the team to get up the park.
McLean's flick on, but plenty of blue jerseys out there. Yarmolenko with the ball through. Dobbik.
No.
It's going to be close. Dobbik.
What a save! Well done, Gordon. Ukraine were through, and he's managed to save Scotland's blushes yet again, Craig Gordon.
From the Scotland keeper, such a pivotal figure for the national side.
I'm just worried. I am just worried, folks. I am just worried that one of these balls are going to split open the Scottish back line and they're just going to concede. I have a hunch and I have a feeling.
I want to see it again. I thought it was tight. Listen, the flag never did come up.
Adams invites Taylor forward. He's got McLean outside him.
Oh, that's dirty, ref. That is bad.
Blast to the whistle from the referee and a yellow card.
Yellow card for Yarmolenko, folks.
Of Andrei Yarmolenko.
Free kick to Scotland.
He's aghast at picking up the yellow card, but good play from Kenny McLean. Modern day football, you can see it's his, I think it's his trailing foot that eventually gets the ball. You just can't tackle that nowadays, and I think quite rightly the referee's pulled it up. You can see here this ball from Yarmolenko. He is onside. He bends his run really well, actually, Dobbik. You can see he wants to get on his left foot. Craig Gordon reads it all the way. He's just such a top-class goalkeeper. He knows what the striker is trying to do, and he's over there, reads it, makes it look easy in the end.
Another big moment for Craig Gordon. So from Troy Parrott at 1-1 a few nights ago was massive. Fraser looking for the quality, a low one into the front.
Oh, for God's sake! God, Scotland! Yes, oh!
Another corner. Cal McGregor is claiming for a penalty, and the referee.
It's a penalty to Scotland, folks! Scotland have a penalty!
Scotland have a penalty.
Scotland have a penalty, folks.
Will be looked at to be confirmed. We'll get another look here.
Scotland have a penalty, folks.
It's difficult to say in that replay, Rory, but there's good positive play from Ryan Fraser. No. That will get looked at by VAR, and unfortunately for Scotland, it won't be a penalty kick.
There's Taras Stepanenko that was sliding in. It looks to have hit the side of his head, and I think already the Scotland players are preparing for the corner instead of the penalty kick, as like Shea Adams gave the ball to Ryan Fraser in the background.
Well, I mean, ultimately this is what, exactly these scenarios, what VAR is for. You see quite clearly there, comes off of, as you said, Stepanenko's face. And the right decision will be made, which you can have no complaints about. It wasn't a penalty.
And it's been looked by VAR, and it is now a corner kick to Scotland instead.
Ryan Fraser trying to get to the byline, take the players on.
So just a bit of confusion as to how they're going to restart, but surely it must be a corner kick.
I mean, it must be purely the stipulation because of a VAR decision that the ball. Logic can't follow logic, surely. So the right decision's made, but Scotland get punished for it.
Here's McGinn. Sort of crowded in there, and Hickey goes down under the challenge of Danilo Inatenko.
Well, that looks pretty similar to what happened up the other end with Yarmolenko going into Kenny McLean, and he produces a yellow card now. Now, for what reason would he not stop the game? You know, clearly Aaron Hickey's been hurt. It's not as if Scotland were. I mean, it's not a great tackle. Lunges in. It wasn't as if Scotland had any great advantage. Yes, we had the ball, but it was like getting passed along the back line.
Ill afford another defensive injury. Scotland do have Anthony Ralston as a backup right back, which is more than able.
Scotland don't have a penalty, folks, if you guys have missed it. It hit Stepanenko on the head in the box, not the arm.
Penalty kick decision, quite clearly coming off of Stepanenko's face. You can see him trying to tell the officials there. But you think you can see in this opening stage of the game so far as well that Alexander Petrikov's men are snapping into tackles. They're desperate to obviously get the 3 points they need to top the group. This is by no means an easy game here. It's certainly a lively and bustling game so far.
Almost the opportunity for Adams to run at the defence. Just got away from him. A draw is good enough for Scotland, a reminder of that, but the winner wins the group, gains promotion to League A, crucially seeded second for the Euro 2024 qualifiers. That draw takes place in Frankfurt on the 9th of October, and if not successful in those qualifiers, we also have a guaranteed playoff place from the Nations League in the back pocket as insurance. An awful lot on the line to make the road to Germany somewhat easier. Jack tidies things up a bit.
Go on, Scotland! Nearly half an hour played, still 0-0, folks.
Hendry. Hickey up line. Fraser couldn't quite keep it in play.
Just felt when the ball went back to Craig Gordon there, he needed to open his body up. The space was out on the other side of the park, and his first touch just sort of closed things off. We came back into this narrow angle on the near side. It all became very congested.
McLean trying to close down. Comes to Taylor. Porteous does find Kenny McLean. Now McGregor. Neat touch from him.
Lovely play. Tell you, the parks look pretty lively. The ball's been bobbling about a fair bit. It's just breaking things up a little. The fluency's not been as easy to get.
Adams got a little early that time. Well, it will be a corner kick. I was waiting for the late flag, didn't come. Scotland exerting some pressure. Filled that 6-yard area. John again to put it to the back post. Porteous attacks it. There will be another corner kick. Last touch looked like it came off Yarmolenko.
Almost the perfect ball. If it was just a couple of inches.
Come on, Scotland.
Perhaps Jack Hendry or Porteous could have been getting on it.
Corner.
From Fraser, Stepanenko didn't quite time his jump perfectly. McLean got a touch and then
Oh!
by Ryan Jack.
Oh, over the top by Ryan Jack.
For Scotland so far.
Scotland nearly went 1-0 up, folks. Ball came in, the ball was bobbling around, getting to the field, Ryan Jack threw it, hits it over. Nearly 1-0.
It's a really big opening. Ken McLean attacks it well. Jack Hendry trying to swivel and get the strike, but misses it. And eventually you can see Ryan Jack just digging it out, caught on his heels a little bit. I know that the midfielder's got the quality with either foot to be able to get.
Guys, keep your questions coming. Let's keep a conversation going.
Quickly, without setting his feet. A big chance for Scotland there.
Scotland come again through Jack.
Where can we watch the stream for free? If you got Premier Sports, folks. It's on Premier Sports, which you do have to pay for. It's an extra thing. You don't get it for free, you know.
Easy to defend for Hendry.
I do live watch-alongs, folks, so that people that can't able to watch the games can enjoy, watch the game, have a nice conversation, and all that. And it me to get to know the people that watch the streams.
Very tight position. Wasn't a great deal that Aaron Hickey could do with it.
Stepanenko with the little flick on, gets it back from Malinowski.
Come on, Scotland.
Inatenko. Now Yarmolenko. Inatenko. Mudryk had to stretch, but finds Mikolenko. Zavani to Tymchuk. Inatenko. Scotland decide to press now, and that's when the...
Oh, for God's sake!
Malinowski
Good challenge.
has
Defend.
support from Tymchuk. Yarmolenko now as Ukraine try to keep it alive, but Scotland have managed to
Nah,
stop
mate.
the danger.
I've looked, nothing showing have to pay for it.
Just looked
Al,
like there was
you
a
do.
bit of danger there for a moment.
You do have to pay for Premier Sport if you have Sky. Sky, it's an additional.
It's over the top of Hickey. Mikolenko looking to measure the cross. Dobbik the obvious target. Taylor.
Corner for Ukraine.
Concede the corner. Didn't have too much pressure behind him, but not wanting to take too much of a chance.
No, you can just see that defence needing a little break, getting a breather. It's a wonderful ball over the top. Mikolenko, first time into the box. There's nobody really there. It's not a great deal else Greg Taylor could have done other than getting his touch a little bit closer so he could have been able to clear his lines. Couldn't let it go. Yarmolenko's coming in behind him.
Ukraine corner. Portis just
Oh, nearly 1-0 down.
Stepanenko
Scotland
misses the
were.
target.
I'll tell you, this is a huge chance for Ukraine. Stepanenko effectively gets a free header on the 6-yard line and he sticks it past the post. That's a big let off for Scotland.
Came off at half time at Hampden last week. Taras Stepanenko, that was a bit of a surprise. He really dominated the game back in June in the World Cup playoff. Here goes Adams.
That's great play.
See what the score is. It's Switzerland 2, Czech Republic 0, Portugal 0, Spain 0, Ireland 1, Armenia 0. John Egan with the goal. Albania 1, Iceland 0, and it's Serbia 0, Norway 0, and Slovenia 1, Sweden 0.
Obviously, a lot's been spoken about here with the defence in terms of the high line.
And it is Kosovo 1,
You see that from Jack Hendry? They're holding the line.
Cyprus 0, and Greece 1, Northern Ireland
Easily.
1.
That is a well-drilled back line. You've got to give credit to the manager, to the players.
And in
Recognition
League
of
2,
what they're trying to do.
it is
And they're getting back in,
Grimsby
just in
0,
case. Making the
Carlisle
block there.
United 1.
And I mean, that is hugely impressive. I mentioned it before. You would have never thought that the back four would be Hickey, Hendry, Portis and Taylor coming into this final game of the Nations League. They must have put in so much work on the training ground. That is credit to the players and also the coaches.
Yeah, and you can see Steve Clark there. You can see what he's talking about. Is squeezing the game, making sure there's no gaps in between the lines. This is a manager that the attention to detail in terms of the structure and setup of the team is very impressive. These players go out in the park, they are not unsure. There's no ambiguity about what's expected from them. And that is hugely important in international football. When
So guys, keep your questions coming. 37 minutes played, still 0-0.
It's certainly at the moment is paying dividends with the results and the performances that Scotland are getting.
Adams trying to force Zabani to go long.
Good play
Portis
again.
challenging.
Good play again from Ryan Porteous. He should certainly. This is the big thing for him, is making sure his concentration is on point right through. Opening 37 minutes so far, he's done well. Should take confidence from that and just keep the concentration levels.
Again comes Porteous, read that really well, clipped too by Yarmolenko.
I said it before, Rory, this is a guy who has got all the attributes. His problem is that, for me, I think his concentration, he switches off at times. But, when you think about this sort of game, he knows he has to be on point. There's no lap, he can't afford any lapses in a game like this.
He certainly has been on point in the opening 38 minutes. A very encouraging international debut for Ryan Porteous. Dobbik managing to get in front of Jack Hendry. Holds off Hickey. They're looking for those coming into the box. Dobbik can only pick out Callum McGregor.
Looked as if he was offside again. Looked as if he'd come from behind Jack Hendry.
Ireland are 1-0 up. Yes, David, Ireland are 1-0 up. John Egan with the goal.
Matvienko. He's got a great run from Mikolenko.
Come on, Scotland.
Low ball in. And
Scotland are making it very nerve-wracking.
From midfield, but he fires wide.
Well, the back line just a little bit stretched and open because Jack Hendry's having to go across to Mikolenko. Malinowski making the run on the inside channel. He's not past the, he's not inside the near post. He's quite far over, and it would have been very, very difficult for him to be able to wrap his foot round there, the left-footed midfielder.
Just keep your questions coming.
Man will be anxious. I think he would have been hoping that his side could have got an early goal. Approaching half-time 0-0.
Timchuk up the line. Yarmolenko comes back to the Dynamo Kyiv player.
Come on, Scotland. Been 45 minutes of hardly anything.
Zabonyi. Just all the way back to Lunin. Matvienko. Nicely up to Malinowski, who gets turned. Yarmolenko against Taylor and McLean. Delivery flipped away to Stepanenko, and it just didn't get.
For God's sake, Scotland! Stop causing problems!
Well, it had to have been a pretty sensational strike from Stepanenko as it flicks out to him on the edge of the box. To be beaten Craig Gordon. I guess a good enough connection, but you could see it was always drifting wide. Steve Clark approaching half-time, just be looking to try to get in there 0-0. You know, you look at the Scotland squad, and we've spoken about how stretched things are, but in terms of middle to front, there are certainly options as the game goes on to introduce some fresh legs and energy. So obviously in that back line where we are a little bit short on numbers.
Again, couldn't get turned into space, and good play. Malinowski uses his duel with McGregor. Final 3 minutes of this first half.
Come on, Scotland!
Yarmolenko.
Do you know what Ukraine get into the game?
He just goes into those pockets of space.
Guys, keep your questions coming, like, sub and subscribe if you are new. It's Scotland 0, Ukraine 0.
Between the lines narrow. So it's not any one person that's specifically picking him up. It's just any one player that's close enough can then get in contact and affect them.
Mudryk with the ball out to Timchuk. And that has Craig Gordon a little.
Scotland are at 6s and 7s.
Go wide in the end, claims of a touch on the cross from Timchuk.
There's certainly a lot of space around the back, and quite clearly it does. It comes off Greg Taylor, flicks off of him. You can see the trajectories altered big time there. Scotland getting away with it. Kenny McLean's got to recognise there, you know, he was narrowing off to try and help in the midfield, but the full-back, and it has been happening in the last wee spell of the game, they've been getting higher up the park. Greg Taylor's getting drawn in with Yarmolenko there, and the switch is going out from Mudryk. Kenny McLean's got to be mindful of that full-back bombing on.
Ukraine certainly finishing
Out!
the half the stronger. Yarmolenko.
Out! Are you like 20 minutes off reading questions? You should be filling us all in. Then if you want to watch your stream only, just saying back. Right,
Just when Scotland looked...
It's just while I'm telling you guys what's going on in the game, that not much is happening. You put your question, I have a conversation, and I'll answer it. Hello, James. How you doing?
Malinowski. Matvienko, Ukraine, sensing a weakness.
Because the question, David, the questions thing, it means for people can put their questions out throughout the entirety of the stream, not through a certain minute of the stream. I'm doing alright. Just a bit stressed at the moment because Scotland are 0-0 and Scotland need to not lose to go into Group League A of the Nations League when it resumes next year.
Tenko. Knocks it back for Matvienko.
Why you got a Scotland top on? Because I'm part Scottish, folks. Because I'm doing a Scotland versus Ukraine stream.
Defending yet again from Aaron Hickey. Stepanenko dropping in deep to try and get on the ball. He's not been able to affect it too much and trying to play that quick ball over the top. And yet again, Aaron Hickey, he just recognises the danger and knows exactly what's coming. And positionally, go back to what I was saying before, for somebody so young, he has that instinct about him. He blocks off Mykolenko, he can't get to the ball, and the attack is snuffed out.
2 minutes.
Sense from Aaron Hickey, absolutely perfect.
2 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half. 2 minutes.
Almost one of the 2 additional minutes played.
Yeah, that is right, Paul. I've got an English accent.
Short.
I'm English, but I have Scottish. Got Scottish heritage in my family, so I got a bit of a connection towards Scotland, even though I'm English. Through family and from my dad. What do you mean, Paul? You need to just... You just need to say a bit better in the questions.
It should be enough to see out the half.
I think over the piece, Scotland will be fairly happy with how the first half is panned out. I said before, middle to front.
Hello, Hunter, hello. I don't do score predictions, unfortunately, due to the fact it's a bit more of a jinx. Half time, Scotland 0, Ukraine 0. As it stands, Scotland are top in the group. As it stands.
Ukraine 0, Scotland 0.
What's your team in Scotland? My team in Scotland, folks, if you guys want to know, is Hearts of Midlothian in Edinburgh. Hearts is my Scottish team, and that's another family connection because of my grandpa's Hearts fan, and that's been since he was a little boy. So, and it's made me and my cousin support Hearts when we were younger. So he tried to instill it into us. I'll do a poll for you guys so you guys can have a say in what you guys think of Scotland's first half performance. There you go, folks. Vote in the poll in the chat. What did you guys think of Scotland's first half performance against Ukraine today? And also get your questions coming for half time as well, so that I can basically answer more of your questions during half time and during the second half and all that. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. We're just gonna wait and see how it pans out, and you never know what can happen. But keep your questions coming, folks. Let me answer your question, folks. I'm a Villa fan here. How has McGinn played? McGinn hasn't really done much in the first half and stuff like that. Scotland have not really created much, but Scotland don't really need to win this game. All they need is a point. So Scotland don't need to be at their best, is what I'm saying. Scotland don't need to be at their best. They can afford to play mediocre and not play at their best. They can afford not to. But, guys, keep those questions coming. If you like the stream, like, subscribe if you are new. We are on 2.3k subscribers on the channel. I want to get it up. I want to get some more subs to the subscribers to the channel. And if any of you guys have not seen the video from earlier on today, which was my Chesterfield FC 10 games unbeaten for the first time ever record breakers compilation video. So I'll be looking at your questions. Guys, put your question. You can literally ask me anything. It's all open, but make it reasonable. Just waiting. So keep your questions are coming. Is rugby league your number one sport? No. My main number one sport is football, but I do rugby and football streams on live watchalongs on the channel. I do football, I do rugby league and rugby union, folks. So I do everything. So guys, keep your questions coming. I'll answer as many as I can. Who the F is Greg Taylor? Greg Taylor plays for Celtic. James. Keep your questions coming. Here we go. Let me answer your question. I've been keeping an eye on the NRL because over here it's a little bit too early for us. As it's like, some games are like 5, 6, 8 in the morning. So, and for us, it's like very, very hard for us to try and do something like that. But I will say, I do watch the highlights of the NRL games on YouTube due to the fact that the games are too late, are too early for us. Man, it's just too early for us. So, will you be watching the NRL Grand Final this weekend? Maybe, I don't know, depending on the time that it's going to be on. Is Ryan Jack playing? Yes, James, Ryan Jack is playing. And if you guys want to know who my NRL team is, it is Cronulla Sharks, who did get themselves into the playoffs, did get a second, they lost that, got into second chance saloon, a second bite of the cherry, and we lost to the eventual winners, to the eventual finalists, South Sydney Rabbitohs. We didn't just get beaten, we got spanked, by the way. But at the moment, you guys said it's exciting to watch at 40%, could be better at 60%, and that is for Scotland's performance. But you never know what can happen in the second half. I'll answer your questions as they all. Long story, I'm a Brummy, football was my G. Interesting, number one until I discover RL Rugby League. Do you, well, it's half time, we can go into anything. Has Porteous been yellow carded yet? No. And on the issue of you and Rugby League, Daniel, do you have a Rugby League side that you actually do follow and support? Because my Rugby League side is Sheffield Eagles, as I am from Chesterfield. And my nearest Rugby League side is Sheffield Eagles, folks. So guys, we're just waiting for the second half to get on the way, and then we can get the stressful of another 45 minutes. I don't, but I have a soft spot for cast tigers. My mate will not. A couple of my mates will not be your best friend, as one of them supports Leeds Rhinos, who don't like Ass Tigers, and also I got another friend who supports Featherstone Rovers, who definitely doesn't like Ass Tigers. So, a little bit. And then if you guys really wanted to know my ins and outs when it comes to football, I'm from Chesterfield. I'm also I always say you always should support where you're from. I support Chesterfield Football Club, which is my hometown club. And I support Hearts due to my family, which is my grandpa, not his Hearts fan. Still into me and my cousin when we were younger, so I have a huge soft spot for Hearts. Chelsea's my main club, other than Chesterfield as my hometown club. Chelsea's my main club. I've been supporting them since I was 3 years old. But I follow Sheffield United, Sheffield Wednesday, due to I have family who support Sheffield United and support Sheffield Wednesday. So I follow them. This is where it's going to get very bit confusing to you. I do like to pick. I have a very, very big soft spot for Napoli. So I've been supporting Napoli for nearly 11, 12 years. I made that decision when I was at school. I want to support a team abroad, but abroad as in Europe, not in the UK. I wanted to pick a team in Europe to follow as well. So that I wanted to go with a team that doesn't win a trophy every year, doesn't have a lot of success, not always have been in the top flight. I went with Napoli, so I thought to myself, yeah. And then the other one, folks, I follow Avon Waterloo as I've had connections with some people who worked at the club who I knew, and I did my work experience at college there, so I had a bit of I have a big connection with Avon Waterloo for what they have done for me. The local teams where I live in Portchester is AFC Portchester, so I go and watch them now as my team that I go and watch now. So we live down in Portsmouth. I'll go and watch AFC Portchester, which are not bad team to go and watch, folks.
I'm just listening to the boys in the studio there, just talking about potential changes and players that can come and have an effect.
And now we're just waiting for the referee to blow the whistle for the start of the second half, folks.
I think if you bring him on at some point, he's a player that brings that energy. He's got real effervescent type of character. Stuart Armstrong, he was quieter against.
Second half is underway, folks. Ukraine 0, Scotland 0.
Maybe there's two positions that would have an impact.
Oh my God, Chelsea, no way. Up the Villa. Okay, mate.
Second biggest city. Fraser sliding in. Back to Malinowski, and now John McGinn. He didn't quite have the influence towards the latter end of that first half that he will hope to from now on in.
Well, there's no doubt the Scotland captain wasn't as influential as you would hope for.
Fraser left by McGinn. Now McGregor, chance to hit it for Taylor. Renowned for his goal-scoring ability. That one always rising over the top.
It's good play from Scotland. He just bobbled a little bit.
Come on, Scotland!
Striking it and meant he got under it. He was cruising over the crossbar, but that was good play, good start from the Scots at the second half here. Yeah, I've got to say that, you know, in the first half there's no doubt that Ukraine were coming more and more into it, looking more dangerous as the half was wearing on. And you're thinking to yourself, get through at half time. It's good for Scotland, but over the piece, I think Steve Clarke and the side would have been thinking, look, this is fine, there's nothing here to get concerned about.
So guys, keep your questions coming, and I'll answer as many questions as I can during the second half.
Dropping too deep and inviting pressure onto us. There's nothing there to suggest that there's anything to be panicking about.
Timchuk I've heard some joy down this right-hand side.
Come on, Scotland!
Tymczuk and Yarmolenko, but heavy touch from the Ukrainian captain.
Thank you very much for the follow, I really appreciate it, folks.
For me, I think he's somebody that never stops running and is a danger. He can get the team higher up the park as well. Such a hard worker. I think at the moment you're right, Rory. Ukraine are getting a little bit too much joy down that right-hand side.
Down goes Ilian Zabarny.
See, just gets caught.
Come on, Scotland, you just start giving fouls away in stupid areas.
Yarmolenko to Tymczuk. Matvienko and Zabarny.
A draw would do, but 3 points would be magic. But, James, a draw is what Scotland actually need to finish top of the group. 3 points, they don't. 3 points, Scotland don't really need 3 points. Scotland actually need just a point. But 3 points would be good, but a point, anything other than a defeat, Scotland finish top of the group.
We've got an unbelievable goalkeeper. I mean, that is a great strike from Mudryk. And Craig Gordon makes it look simple. I mean, look at the strong wrist that he gets onto that. Guy's approaching 40-year-old. It's incredible.
Danger not over yet, though. Plenty of threats in that box. It doesn't get past
One, get out!
first man at the front post, though, and a chance as Porteous taken out of the game, I think, by Mudryk, who has already been yellow carded. It's Fraser to McGregor, and the attack breaks down for Scotland. Although John McGinn wins it back well for Ryan Fraser. Here's Jack. Sidesteps one and now
Well done, Scotland!
from Ryan Jack. Fraser. Touch back to Taylor. Fraser again, trying his luck on the left-hand side. A little clip in, and Kenny McLeod.
Oh, unlucky!
Just on his heels.
Unlucky!
He was in. If he'd just been alert, on his toes, and perhaps it is a yard too far in front, but I just don't think he was even contemplating, going for it. And there was space, there was a gap there. The referees clearly just let that challenge from Mudryk go. There's good anticipation again from Ryan Porteous, nicking in, winning the ball, driving.
And Mudryk's on his way here. Hickey trying to hold him up, doing everything that he can. Hendry now back two. It's struck from range.
Well done, Gordon!
Gordon gets down and holds on.
You've got to say, Aaron Hickey does it incredibly well to hold up Mudryk. The strike from Inatenko, is it just off of Cal McGregor's boot, I think, that brings it back in towards Craig Gordon. That did look like it was going to be dangerous. The ball was over the top and it became a bit of a foot race, but it shows you just how athletic Aaron Hickey is.
No.
Oh no.
Problem for Aaron Hickey. I think the Scotland players are questioning that challenge by Mudryk and why it hasn't been punished. That's where Hickey hurts the shoulder.
Well, that doesn't look great because, it's not as if it's a serious challenge. It looks like, his shoulder's just popped out there. Not under a great deal of pressure. Yep, I think you can see that Ryan Porteous is pointing there. I think that's exactly what the players were talking about. Porteous anticipated, got in front, won the ball. He clearly got fouled.
Don't think he'll get another one, Mikhailo Mudryk, but he nearly made a very telling influence just moments after, as Adams gets in front of his man. A tough old ask for Shea Adams up there.
What are your 4 words on your cap, mate? They're not 4 words, they're just one. They're just the one word.
Matvienko, Dobik and Yarmolenko making the run, and they wait for the flag and up it goes.
Well, again, you know, it's not an accident that these players are offside. This is by design. And again, you've got to say well played to the Scotland defence. They hold the line, they've got themselves in good positions, and as a structure, there's no waving. They know what each other are trying to do there.
Porteous and Hendry combine. Fraser, and just nicking in was Vitaly Mikolenko.
I do think we just need to bring a bit of freshness to the front, though.
So come on, Scotland, you need to do something. You haven't done anything in the second half.
Get a little bit more of possession and get ourselves further up the park a little bit.
Again from McLean, and a bit of space if he could get turned. Taylor had burst beyond him. McGregor.
That's unlucky.
And Yarmolenko looks over the top again for Dobik. This time it is pulled back.
You can see there's a level of frustration from Dobik as well.
He certainly plays, well, I was going to say on the shoulder, it is beyond the shoulder. Each of them have been fairly obviously correct.
Yeah, it's not a difficult one there for the officials, for the linesman there. You can see quite clearly he is offside.
Fraser will try to chase the loose ball.
Well, Scotland!
Mikolenko closed down by Adams.
Oh, come on!
Good away in the nick of time. Yarmolenko lays it off. There's Porteous again. He's been so steady at the back. Now McGregor. Stepanenko goes side by side with him. McLean. Back from McGregor. And Jack. Feeling some pressure from Malinovsky.
Good play from Cal McGregor. Such a great ability of being able to take players out with one touch, taking it in tight areas, shifting it. Wonderful composure. And in games like this, that is so important, to be able to just control it, take the heat out of the game, maintain possession, recirculate it.
Scotland just need to do something, folks, and at the moment Scotland ain't doing anything.
That side to do.
Spell of possession for Scotland and making the Ukrainian players do some chasing, but in the end has come to a conclusion.
It's good to see that Alan Hickey's been able to continue to play it. He looked a little bit, more than a little bit concerning when you see him holding his shoulder earlier on.
56 minutes played, Scotland 0, Ukraine 0.
Zabarny deciding to take on John McGinn. And for Yarmolenko to chase and try and put some pressure on Greg Taylor, who stayed calm. McLean up the line, but out it goes.
How is that out of play?
goes Porteous. Drops though. Inatenko for Mudryk. Whipped in with the right foot. Hendry is there
Come on,
to
get out!
head clear. Inatenko. Timchuk. Timchuk again. Callum McGregor out to Stepanenko with the delivery towards the back post.
Way!
Again, I mean, honestly, it's little bits of attention to detail. You see Aaron Hickey here, he recognises getting tight with Mudryk, see the balls going over, making sure that number 10 can get nowhere near it. There's just too much space down this left-hand side for Scotland. Ukraine's right. You know, balls are getting thrown into the box, not being able to get tight enough. Would like to see Ryan Christie coming on the park personally. And there's so much good work off the ball as well as on it.
Callum McGregor's header is straight to Artem Dovbyk, but back he gets. Scotland's number 8.
Well done.
Is then fouled.
Brilliant. First of all, a wee bit of concern with the loose header, but he's right on top of Dovbyk, wins it back, and then he's got the composure, not just to put it behind for a corner or slash at it and clear his lines. He takes it away, you see here, gets himself in brilliant. Doesn't just clear his lines, and then it's either the bye kick or the free kick. Great play from Callum McGregor after just giving the ball away.
Glencoe did well to stretch. Mudryk
Come on!
keeps the ball so close to his feet.
Why does Scotland have to make it so stressful?
Matvienko, he's had an impressive game. It's Dovbyk again. Coming back was Hendry. Gordon makes the save. And the
What a save, but he's offside!
But it looked quite obvious. Malinowski's disappointed because he did really well and he slips the ball through. You can see he is offside. Greg Taylor just a little bit deeper than the other 3 defenders. Jack Hendry gets in, does really well to put him off. Craig Gordon with a save, but the officials in the end getting the call right. Dovbyk offside.
So an hour played in Krakow. Fraser. Who's it out? There's Jack. He now has to get back to his feet and track back. Stepanenko. Zabarny. Timchuk, the target. His header looking for Dovbyk, but there's Hendry.
Come on!
Che Adams there.
McGregor and Jack combine, but it is given away.
Whey!
Gordon up.
Half an hour to go,
Just
folks,
a little bit loose.
and Scotland will top the group.
Just need to try and get a foothold and gain a little bit more control in this game.
If you guys are enjoying the stream, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and hit the like button if you like the stream.
Question from Shakhtar Donetsk player of whether Hickey should be booked.
Not really doubt. If Aaron Hickey escapes without a yellow card, then he'll be extremely fortunate. He hasn't.
Aaron Hickey, the first Scotland player to be booked. Ukrainian Ukraine support trying to urge their team on. Malinovsky. It's a quality ball.
Oh my God, Scotland should be 1-0 down.
Who knocks it over the top.
And guys, vote in the chat, vote in the poll if you guys have enjoyed the stream. Yes, it's awesome, and no, it's rubbish.
Malinovsky's ball's into such a dangerous area. He's trying to control it as it's skidding off the surface. Yet again, Scotland, too many turnovers. Desperately need to get an out ball, something that's going to get us further up the park and gain a bit of control and possession.
McGregor trying to find Adams.
Come on, Scotland.
Nikolenko. Fraser tight to him, forcing Ukraine to go long. Hendry. Ukraine win that battle. Malinovsky. Tymchuk. Yarmolenko. Tymchuk can catch it.
Too much on the ball from Yarmolenko, fortunately. Looked like Tymchuk was going to just get the run in behind Kenny McLean. Drifts behind for the by kick. Do feel we're getting to that stage though where we need to do something just to try and shift the game back in our favour.
Does it play a part that Ukraine were able to make 11 changes at the weekend? Maybe slightly fresher going into this final sort of half-hour period?
Well, you would expect so. You know, there's a lot of big players for Scotland that have put in huge performances, and it's taken the edge off it. There's no doubt about it. You know, for Ukraine, as you said there, it was 11 changes for the game against Armenia. They'll be fresher for this, but I look at the likes of, as I said before, Ryan Christie, Stuart Armstrong. What they bring to the side is more stability and strength and depth in the middle of the park, because they can play on the inside channel, but they've got real driving power and enthusiasm to get Scotland further up the park as well. I do think that is somewhere that, just to get that extra foothold in the middle of the park at the moment, but also as an out ball, that's two players that we've got to be looking at trying to get on the park, I feel.
Come on.
Here's Aaron Hickey out to Ryan Fraser. Hickey now finds McGregor.
Oh.
One in. Taylor.
So far it's 0-0, but
Provides the run, but he was coming
offside.
back.
Stay onside.
You can see here, never really able to get his run onside. So the linesman's a bit quicker putting his flag up on those occasions though.
Adams did well, not giving Lunan any time. Brilliant from Jack too. Fraser. Hickey arrives, takes it in his stride. Hickey.
Well done!
To halt Aaron Hickey.
Great play from Scotland, aggressive, up on top of it. All comes from Che Adams getting the deflection on the clearance. Inatenko, I think it is, that makes that vital block in the end, because that was a great drive and run from Aaron Hickey. Good play.
Go to the Scotland, folks.
Well.
Stephen Kingsley is being readied to come on for Scotland, but in comes the corner. McGregor to loft it towards the back post, but
unlucky. Unlucky Scotland.
He just had enough height on it so that the goalkeeper could come and comfortably collect.
So guys, keep your questions in the comment, hit the like button, don't forget to like, subscribe if you are new.
Yarmolenko leaves it, Porteous looks for McGinn, who just waited on it. Does come up to Che Adams though, and look at Fraser down the right hand side if he can be fed. Instead it comes behind for the on-rushing Hickey.
It keeps the attack going, but I do think there was an opportunity there for Fraser to get the ball.
Takes up a good position. Fraser now looks for the low one. It comes off.
Unlucky! Unlucky Scotland.
Scotland may now make that change with a quarter of this game to go, and still so finely poised. Triple change indeed. Ryan Christie and Stuart Armstrong, the two to join us.
Well, Stephen Kingsley's somebody that has been hugely impressive for Hearts. Surprised he didn't get called into the squad when there was the initial dropouts. And he can play in a number of positions as well. Very versatile.
Down goes McLean.
Go on, Scotland.
Fraser
Good tackle.
He stayed down. McGinn, Jack outside him. Scotland playing with 10 for now. Hickey. Fraser's back to his feet.
Go on, put it in the box.
Jack, McGinn,
Shoot!
trying to lay it off.
Oh!
Over the top from McGregor. It took a deflection on its way there.
Ah!
Good spell this for Scotland.
Yeah, it just allows to alleviate some of that pressure further up the park for Scotland.
If 25% of you think it's rubbish,
It's a good cutback.
let me know in the chat why you think it's rubbish.
And Cal McGregor.
Because what have I... Is it because I can't show you the game? Yeah, I won't be able to show you the game. Because it will get... I'll get copyrighted for it.
Just allows the players to feel, again, that look, I have the opportunity and the quality in the team to be able to go and hurt Ukraine.
And it comes from Fraser.
A ball!
And ball struck by McLean. Heavy touch from Hickey, but he did manage to retrieve it.
A ball!
The questions, remember,
I think the referee
will
was...
be looked at, as everything really is. It's an ongoing search, and if there's anything that requires further action, then we'll bring the play back.
I think he was in half a mind to give that to begin with. I don't think it is. I think you can see in the end he's quite right in what he says. His arm's down by his side. He's pulling it away.
Ball over the top. Finds Dobbik again. Past one. Porteous with a touch.
Well done, Craig. Got it. Well done.
Now look, this is whether he's onside or not. On this occasion, he's off. The flag needs to go up. The defence are doing brilliantly at holding their line, but what they're also doing is they don't stop. They're getting themselves back in and they're affecting the game. And that, for me, is a great example of where they're holding that high line, they're pressing the opponents, making it difficult, but they have the ability to be able to recover and affect any ball that does go over the top.
Waiting for a wee while to get on. It will just go on a little longer. Adams left from again, just couldn't quite shield it. So inside the final 20 minutes, and a great moment for Stephen Kingsley as he gets his first competitive cap. It's Greg Taylor. Another fine performance from him at left back. Kingsley comes on for just his second cap.
Kingsley is coming on for Scotland, being replacing Greg Taylor, folks. Ryan Fraser is going off, folks.
It's great to see Stephen Kingsley coming on. As I said before, he's been doing so well for Hearts. Thoroughly deserving of his opportunity.
And he is going to be replaced by Ryan Christie.
Set plays as well as Fraser is replaced by Ryan Christie. And the final change will see.
And Ryan Jack is going off to be replaced by Stuart Armstrong.
Come on for him.
this is an area of the park where we've already spoken about the strength and depth that Scotland have got. There are, you know, options there. It's good to see Armstrong and Christie coming on. I'm surprised Ryan Jack's gone off. I thought in the middle of the park he was doing fine, maybe just feeling the pace a little bit, but it didn't look like it to me.
Adams takes it in and feeds Armstrong. Looks for the return. Kenny McLean will go central and Ryan Christie out to the left-hand side.
I think Kenny McLean will prefer going in the middle there. I think he was starting to look a little bit lost in the wider area. He didn't know where to be pressing, and you know, we spoke about down Ukraine's right-hand side how they were getting a little bit too much space. I think he'll feel a bit more comfortable centrally. What a huge 17 minutes or so here for Scotland to finish top of this group and get promoted to League A, to go into top 2 for the Euro qualification, and also obviously to guarantee the playoff spot for the Euros as well. Massive, massive last 17 minutes or so here.
Sight of Yaremchuk will be joining us shortly. One of the goal scorers from the game in June. Ukraine won 3-0 at Hampden, or 3-1 rather. McLean back with Ukraine though. Yarmolenko.
Come on, Scotland!
Porteous.
It's a good touch, a good touch. Hugely important as well, just disrupted that Ukraine attack.
Now Adams. He's done really well. McGinn, McGregor and Hickey.
Cal McGregor's had a really strong game for Scotland in that centre of the park.
Not with his recent partner in there, and Scott McTominay, who's suspended for this game. Another player coming on will be Viktor Sigankov as Mikhailo Mudryk makes way. Sigankov, Dino Kiev player, comes on. You can see the towering figure of Yaremchuk, who's up front for Ukraine. Zlatan Dopic is the man to make way.
There's Hickey again.
Well done, Scotland.
It really is so impressive from the full-back. He knows when to hold his line, he knows when to track the run, he spots that danger so well. It's happened on so many occasions tonight.
Final 14 minutes at the Cracovia Stadium.
"40 minutes to go, folks, for Scotland to hang on."
Stepanenko. Long it goes from Matvienko. It's taken away from Mikolenko by Hickey, and Ukraine have the corner.
Well, he gets back in and he does well, Aaron Hickey, but I felt like he could have, and he should have probably left that for Jack Hendry, who was coming on to the ball. Could have maybe cleared it up the park rather than putting it behind for a corner.
Get rid!
From Stepanenko. Scotland will be quite happy with deliveries like that.
So guys, keep
Looks as if John McGinn's just
putting your questions in, like, subscribe. Are you on into the channel? It's Scotland 0, Ukraine 0 in the Nations League.
Yarmolenko with a drag back, only finds Callum McGregor. And it's Ryan Porteous who smashes it as clear as he possibly can.
That was an opening there for Ukraine. Yarmolenko on his right foot trying to cut it back towards the penalty spot, but Callum McGregor just sensing the danger of that area getting in.
Yarmolenko deflected wide.
Get it out!
Hendry. Yarmolenko looks for Sigankov coming in.
Oh my god.
That's a really good chance. Malinovsky, or rather Stepanenko with the volley.
Well, it's just a situation where I think it's Armstrong and McGregor leaving it to each other, and Stepanenko onto the ball, has the strike. Comfortable in the end. Craig Gordon not under any pressure. It's a little bit concerning. You know, the bodies were back there, but everybody's just leaving it for each other.
Shay Adams has gone off for Scotland, folks. To be replaced by Lyndon Dykes.
Lyndon Dykes, well, we all know what he did in about this amount of time. I think he came on with a quarter of an hour left at Hampden. Scored 2 goals. Both headers from Ryan Fraser corners. Porteous beaten by Yaremchuk. Coming across is Hendry. And one loses out, the other one steps in to bail out the partner. And back comes Dykes to win that too. Scotland will have the free kick.
That was absolutely brilliant from Jack Hendry. One of the few occasions where Ukraine have been able to get the better of one of the centre halves. And as you said quite rightly there, his teammate, his partner comes across and mops up any danger. Kenny McLean doing well just to win the free kick, relieve some pressure. His time is slowly ticking down.
It really has been the full squad effort from this group of players. Porteous and beyond, has to be said, those that have been called in late.
That's a foul, well done.
He does get the free kick eventually.
Come on, Scotland.
Debate there. Aaron Hickey does well to get on it. I mean, John McGinn's grabbing his jersey, so you can understand, well, there's a complaint, but he was never going to get the ball in front of Aaron Hickey.
Hickey again going down, it will just be the Scotland throw-in. Final 10. Scotland 10 minutes away from League A. Some turnaround if they can see out these 10 minutes. When Steve Clark came in, they were a pot 4 team. This would secure pot 2 in a qualification group where the top 2 will go to Euro 2024. And again, the last touch did come off.
How is that not a corner, ref? Linesman, whatever.
Get the corner kick, and on both occasions it was ricocheting about. He managed to get the second chance, knock it off of Stepanenko. You can see flicks off of John McGinn. Shakhtar midfielder, quite excited about that one.
That's a goal rather than a goal kick that Ukraine need.
You see the energy there that Lyndon Dykes just brings, it freshness. Christie, Dykes, Armstrong at the top end. Hopefully can just put that little bit of extra energy into the side.
All players who we believe have had to recover from illness this week, and it's another confidence boosting header from Ryan Porteous back to his goalkeeper, remaining calm.
Just wondering whether he's holding his hamstring there after he headed it back to the goalkeeper.
Remchuk's layoff to Kingsley. It's given away though, and a bit of space for
Come on, Scotland!
Experienced head. Kingsley looks to get back to halt him, and does. Barnier leaves it for Timchuk and Inatinko.
We're just going to check on the scores in a moment, folks, to see what the scores are on the doors.
Malinovsky.
Northern Ireland 3-1 down to Greece.
Christie now.
Sweden 1-1 against Slovenia. Serbia 2-0 up against Norway. And it's Armenia 2, Ireland 2.
That's exactly what Scotland needed, just winning the free kick. You can see John McGinn recognises the pressure coming
Hello,
from his
Super.
right-hand side, gets his
Hunter,
body
hello.
across.
How are you doing?
Mikalenko giving away the free kick.
And it's Spain 0, Portugal 0, and Czech Republic 1, Switzerland 2.
Card flashed at Lyndon Dykes.
So nervous, folks, so nervous.
There's a lot of pull down of Matvienko. Great deal in that, to be perfectly honest. Is it a yellow card? I'm sure you could make the case for it, but I don't think there's any need.
And it's having the Waterlooville 2, Weymouth 0 in National League South.
Drifted out. It's confirmation of Lyndon Dykes' yellow card. Getting to that nervy stage. Players fighting for every single decision. Porteous with another good read. Looks over the top for Dykes. Will skid off this wet surface. The rain has been relentless all evening.
It was a good ball, good play from Porteous again, stepping in, making the interception and playing the ball into an area where Lyndon Dykes can get the side up the park.
Here's Christie. Scored that vital penalty in the dying stages against Republic of Ireland. Now by McGinn, McLean. Now Christie. Kingsley well forward. Does have a really good
Go on, okay.
into the grass though of Andrew Lunin.
I'll tell you what, I was just looking at him setting up to play the ball and I was wondering whether he should have been playing at the other side of the defender, but he was not far away. Lyndon Dykes was probably half a yard away from getting across the front of the goalkeeper.
Oh.
Stephen Kingsley's delivery is very good.
Yaremchuk trying to get the run on Hendry. Gordon is a little untidy. McGregor helps it on to McLean. Scotland quite happy to get away from that situation. The 6-game Nations League campaign comes down to the final 4 minutes.
Tired bodies out there, they've just got one last push here, Scotland. So much on the line.
With Yarmolenko. Well done by Kingsley. There's a shrug from Yarmolenko.
Good play from Dykes again. He's got such a good ability of being able to work off of difficult balls under real pressure. Strength and physicality, whether it's in the air, holding defenders off and getting his team up the park.
Alexander Zubkov comes on for Andrei Yarmolenko. Zubkov had a goal and assist on Saturday.
Who is your man of the match?
Decision is
Guys, this is your vote. What I've done is I've picked it between 2 players for each team. 2 players from Ukraine, 2 players from Scotland, who I think have done well and deserve to be in your poll for the man of the match.
Christie. McGinn gets back to his feet. Christie's heading for the corner flag.
Scotland, 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 Scotland.
Certainly seemed as if it,
We're for Scotland, everywhere we go, everywhere we go. Go Scotland, go Scotland, go Scotland.
Ukraine having to go for it in these final minutes, but Scotland have the ball exactly where they want it.
Everywhere we go.
Running the seconds down. This time though, the decision goes the way.
90 seconds to go of the 90, folks, and including what is stoppage time remaining for Scotland to hang on.
Kalyanok out to Mikalenko. Sigankov. From Kalyanok. Yaremchuk. Timchuk. Inatenko.
So guys, keep on your fingers crossed and pray that Scotland hang on.
And the big striker defending from the front. Comes out. Sigankov. Good block.
Good challenge! Referee! Nah! Corner.
defending from Scotland, they are putting their bodies on the line here. Ukraine complaining, but it's a wonderful tackle.
It's a good challenge! Referee, you cannot.
Doubt about this.
That's a good challenge.
Played round the corner. Ryan Port just comes back round and puts in a perfectly timed tackle. That's a great tackle. And then
Well done!
you see, as Ryan Christie comes out again, that is a great tackle. And Ryan Christie getting there, making the block as well.
Well, there is going to be some action. I think it may well be in the dugout for Ukraine.
We are into the 90th minute.
Malinovsky that just came off for his protests. Oh, it's coming from the 4th official.
An initial block there from Jack Hendry as well.
The levels of concentration from the Scotland defenders have been incredible.
They've got a few more minutes of injury time. They cannot switch off yet.
The stoppage time, folks, we'll find out in about a second or two. The stoppage time, we do not know yet.
Straight into
Kickoff or Alston on.
deep towards Stepanenko. Inatenko.
Well done, Scotland!
It comes off Christie. Nervy finish in Krakow.
Four minutes have been added on at the end of the second half.
We had that great chance in the first half from a similar corner. Can't steer this one on target.
4 minutes for Scotland to hang on, and Scotland will finish top of the group ahead of Ukraine.
Guide it on target. Aaron Hickey coming off. He's had another very, very impressive game.
He's grown as a player, hasn't he? Even over these last 3 games, but we talked about it earlier, taking that opportunity to go to Italy, to go out of your comfort zone, and making the move to the English Premier League this season. Just seems to get better and better, Aaron Hickey.
I think we've genuinely got balance and strength in both full-back positions now, which I think also makes it easier for the manager to play with the back four. real quality in those areas.
2 minutes to go, folks. 2 minutes to go.
These 3 games.
Come on, Scott, hang on in there.
Forward it comes from Barney. It's there for McKay.
Well done.
Kesu is striding forward from the back. Ryan Porteous, it's a loose pass, but I think it's time to head back to your position, Ryan. He's been wonderful tonight, though.
He really has. He's got another minute or so to keep switched on, but up until this point, it's a debut to remember so far. It's just hoping another minute and 7 seconds go by without anything else happening.
What a challenge! What a challenge!
Cry of no foul, not to give Ukraine any opportunity to swing a dangerous ball into the box. The final minute.
60 seconds to go, folks. 60 seconds. Scotland are nearly there, folks.
The King here, requiring just a point.
Your man of the match, voted by you, the viewers of the channel. You have given it to Aaron Hickey of Brentford, which he has been astounding in defence.
Back it came from Armstrong to McLean, now Christie.
We are nearly there.
Oh, Ukraine pinned
Lucky.
back with the seconds ticking down.
Come on, ref.
And the referee
Your past time. Come on! Scotland have done it! Scotland have done it! Oh, it's a miracle! It's a miracle! Scotland had no hope in this group and they've done it!
This is just what the doctor ordered.
A 0-0 on back to the wall, and Scotland have done the impossible.
League A awaits.
Game, boys, well done.
They're going to be mixing it with the
Big
boys.
boys!
What
Got up!
achievement that
We
is.
are got up! So we are got up!
Thoroughly deserved
We
as
are
well.
got up! So we are got up!
3 games.
We are got up! So we are got up!
3 very different performances from Scotland. Wonderful for
We
the national
are
side.
got up! So we are got up!
Delight for Steve Clark. And
Full time! Scotland 0, Ukraine 0, Scotland are in Group R in League A, mixing with the big boys!
two side because they have won League B1. It is.
So I'll see you guys on Friday for the live watch along of Angers versus Marseille.